Even the devil make promises based on capacity. You call the devil the father of all lies. Father of all lies doesn't mean that he's the biggest liar. It means lies originated from him. The same way Charles Babbage is the father of modern day computer. He's the father of lies. If you are going to lie, your reference is to the devil. If the devil was promising Jesus the kingdom of this world, what does that mean? So where will he rule? Was the devil ready to become second in command? Or what was he proposing? Partnership, joint rulership. For instance, let's talk about the issue of promises. It is not everybody that the devil promises. If anybody wants to entice you with something, they entice you with what is at your level. The same man that is enticing someone with 500k is enticing someone else with 5 billion. What I'm trying to get you to know is that it is not everyone that does something for the devil that the devil promises anything big. In fact, in many instances, the devil actually wants you to do free job. Bow, and I will give you the kingdoms of this world, for it's been delivered to me. It is because of who he was talking to. Show me anyone else that the devil look at and say, I will give you the kingdoms of this world. Even the devil rate men based on capacity. I'm saying that you can apply for a job with the devil, and the devil's response is that you are not smart enough. You think because it is about damaging your soul, he can use you for anything. The devil wants profit. What I'm trying to show you is that to be an agent of darkness, there's merit. Does the devil need to promise you anything to do some of the things you do? Nothing. He just brings suggestion. Why don't you do this? And he doesn't say, I will give you this in return. Just do it. Free job. But the devil looked at Jesus and said, bow, fall before me and worship me, and I will give you the kingdoms of this world. Why? Because it's been handed to me. If God is sending another man because the first Adam failed, the assumptions of the devil is that Jesus has come to collect the kingdoms of this world back. So who exactly did God leave the assignment to? Or can I ask and say, is the kingdom of this world still in the hands of the devil? When the devil said, the world has been delivered to me, he said, I will give you, all right, talk about the glory of this world, for it's been delivered to me. It was after the fall of man that David said, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So the devil was not talking about planetary body. No, that's not what he was promising Jesus. He's not talking about Kenya, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Uganda. He's not talking about America. But there is a system that makes America America. He who controls the system runs the land. So he's saying, this system that ought to be God-infused system, man seeded it. So if you will bow, I'll put you in charge. That's not the promise the devil makes. If he did not perceive that you are capable. Soul is soul. Soul is soul. But influence is not the same. In terms of value before God, or in terms of love before God, he loves all of us equally. The value of our soul is the same. He died for all of us. The price is the blood. But our usefulness is not the same. Let me give you another instance. Let me have 5 guys here, and I have 10 people from here. There's something we used to do in those days in primary school when people want to play ball, and they say, so these are the 2 guys, and it's 3 aside, and you pick your number 1 player. This one pick. Then you come here. Then you 2 pick your number 1 player. You come here. Then you pick your second player. You come here. Then you pick your second player. You come here. Your third player, come here. Third player, come here. Sometimes the fact that you are the one who brought ball doesn't mean you will play. When it comes to this value, who has the capacity to deliver? Now, this is where I'm going. If you have all these 10 players, normal guys, but here you have Kylian Mbappe, you have Garnacho here, you have Vinicius here. Now, you will understand, soul is soul, but men differs in capacity. In the revival of the world, worldwide evangelism, we go for souls, but we need key players. How many of you play chess? You know, there are some guys on that board that once they can take down, you are finished. That is how the devil does. While you are protecting the general civilian, he's going for key players, kings. Soul is solo. Sometimes, when it comes to strategy, the devil doesn't mind you winning 10,000 market people than to win a president. The warfare that will face you to win one that can influence the rest will be more than the warfare of winning. We want 200,000 souls. That was a go ahead. But this guy, he can deploy 2 million demons for this guy. Because what this guy will do in a year, the 200,000 may not do it in a lifetime. But don't forget, soul is soul. We need kingdom strategists. It is important to speak the truth to power, but don't lose your influence with kings. Look at another thing about influence. Who did the devil deceive to eat the fruit that God said they should not touch? Eve. But it was until Adam ate it before they became naked. The devil understands something. If you can get the head, the body will fall like a pack of cards. He goes for rulers. Instead of programming each and everyone to do what is wrong and to bet individually a wrong system one by one, how about a president that signs it into law? Instead of trying to get young girls past state to convince them that abortion is right or wrong, how about a president that says okay to it? You cannot get a system until you get the head. Sometimes the devil loves to lose the fight to win the war. It's not a fight of emotions, it's a fight of strategies. The Bible said you should be aware of the strategies, the devices. The word there's the word methodia. If you're going to rate military might of a nation, you don't just rate them by foot soldiers, you rate them by air power, air control. What's the range of the missiles? How many ballistic bombs do they have? How many nuclear warheads do they have? How many launchers do they have? How many fighter jets do they have? It is about what can move in the air. Christians, the air, media. That's why I keep saying, never let anyone tell you that it's not about the media. He who controls the narrative controls the system. You can go on and say that this is falling demons and falling that, but hey, you can pull aside and study the way it works and know how to be better positioned to maximize these things for the gospel. You see, artificial intelligence system is not intelligent. It feeds on intelligence. So what AI works with is what you feed it. It is the information that is more present online that it feeds on. It has the ability to search and gather and put together in split seconds. It means that if believers don't put things out there, the next generation will have nothing to feed on. Hey, upload. My heart breaks when I see how sentiment divides us. And unfortunately, you can be loud with wrong sentiment. That's why I beg the next generation of leaders, be honoring, but walk with conviction. Walk in honor, but stay on your convictions. There's a reason for that. You can't get anywhere if you can't take the lonely road. Anyone who thrives on validation is not going to get anywhere, because the highest we will do is to repeat the previous generation in the next. Because everyone will validate their kind, but God is always on the go. When Femi Lazarus is done with his assignment, there must be another version, an upgraded version, something far more complex. Thank God for the days of the patriarchs, and you know how much I honor them. But there's a reason why only the acts were documented and not the message. If you add those messages plus the acts, it will stall and stop the move of God. It will hinder it, because everyone speaks based on the knowledge at their disposal for their dispensation. Don't forget, you can bring the one who brought the ball, but yet not qualified to play. Let me tell you what that means, and I will tell you with my full mouth. Your father can be the owner of the ministry, but you are not a key player. Not be by who bring ball, and by who sabi. Some things are not for starters. If you have Olympics, you don't go with somebody who is just starting. You need those who have entered mastery. God is taking you to where the battle is fierce. Master the practice in the secret. It is not for starters. It is not for those who win by luck. You must understand the game. Anybody who understands military might will tell you that social media plays a great impact in who wins war now. And I'm going to explain why. You see, the last time Israel and Hamas were in an exchange, the Hamas group were media ready. Israel was not. So you can see Hamas use children as human shield. Then they launch their whatever and then hide in schools, in hotels. And then they know how to come out on media. And sometimes you've seen it online that they gather loads of children and said Israelis bombed them. Then at closer look, or sometimes you see the behind the scene that the children are alive. Why? Strategies. Because as they attract world sympathy, they are not doing that just for sympathy. Certain strong forces will now feel too ashamed to be involved with those who are killing children. It is to the end that the strong people can withdraw from them. Strategies. You can't beat with emotions somebody who calculates before he fights. We didn't pay so much attention to that word, strategy, and we are not strategic. Let me say this. The church should be careful not to let media narrative rule the church. The devil understands this. It's not like it will leave everyone to go scot-free. Everyone is useful at their level. But the elite squad of demons focus on those who can do the damage to their work. They don't get to a place and be detected. If a man is truly great, elite squad of demons can actually look at what they did to Herod. They pumped him for destruction. Meaning that if these ones want to really destroy, in the midst of rebellion, they will make sure he has increase. Do you know what an elite individual is? They are not thinking like the average person. And you must understand that the forces we are dealing with has the advantage of time. They've been around for a while. Maybe you are in your 40s, 30s, or 20s. The same demons that were around with the Israelites in the wilderness are still around. The Israelites that you are trying to imagine what it will have looked like. The demon that inspired Aaron to burn their earrings and make a golden calf is still around now. But now, not speaking about golden calf. Maybe telling them at Olympics to bring it up as a statue. Same thing, but they adapt to development. But you see the patterns. So if you are going to deal and face with such, you need the backing of God. The devil has made it so that it has become so complex that the people you are coming out to liberate will be the first to fight you. And when you see them, they are fighting you holding scriptures, but the force behind their voice is demonic forces. They read about the Pharisees of then, and they have become the Pharisees of today, and they are doing it in Jesus' name. So much so that if care is not taken, you will not even have time to fight the real devil, because you'll be offended at this. So no true soldier in the kingdom can fight one way. You are going to fight at least two ways. The devil has made sure that there are those who are calling Jesus with you, who want to pull you down, and they want to pull you down in Jesus' name. Then there is the real enemy also. The question is that, will you use that sword to pierce these ones? Because the devil will see stand and say, can you see now? You can't win with emotions. He said, though we walk in the flesh, we don't war after. And I've sat down to study this reality and seen we have no chance without mercy and to be prayerful. Because each time your spiritual energy drops, you are capable of some damage. So you understand what the devil was doing when he was proposing joint operation with Jesus. Let's do this together. But first, accept that you owe me allegiance. And you see, in those days, when kings go to other kingdoms to make them their subject, they usually go with the head of kings that they've killed to show you the fate of anyone who dares oppose this. You see, there is a tyrannical system of the devil that has the heads of fallen giants. That if you want to speak certain things, you can see the head staring at you. That the last man who spoke against immorality fell into it in the city. The last man who spoke against this sin fell into it in the city. While you see those heads, you must still stand. It will show you the heads. That those who said what you're saying, this is what happened to them. And when you see those heads, you will shiver. And the idea is to make sure that you don't teach with faith. But you must remind him, unto him that is able to keep you from falling and present you spotless. He will tell you, you can't speak about this because you don't know what your faith will be. Tomorrow you might be the one that will fall. And then they will also stand, and having done all, stand. And that was what David said, let no man's heart fail him. For us to get the gospel of the kingdom to the ends of the earth, we need influence. And you see, the gospel is powerful enough. But never you speak against those realities. They are important. As you mature, you will see kingdom needs. Some of them will require finance. You will understand the importance. But you will also see kingdom needs. Some of them don't require finance. They require relationships. You will also see the importance. You see, I'm saying it is those at the lowest part of the pyramid that burn bridges. Elites don't.